So I like to say Barak the Yahweh, Barak the Yahweh Shah, Barak the Yahweh, Barak the Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakah, Kodash, the ones, the apostles and elders of GMS, and salutations to you brothers out there that's doing this work and truth and sincerity. So let's grab this real quick. I believe that's Isaiah. Is that Isaiah 54 and 16? Right. Isaiah 54 and 16. Then we're going to go back to Ezekiel 21, 8, 9. So it says, Isaiah 54 and 16. It says, behold, I created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire. And remember, the Lord created the smith. So the modern day smith today is, for an example, like Elon Musk, or the men, the scientists that these devils have that split into atoms to create these thermonuclear missiles, to create these ballistic missiles, to create these heat-seeking missiles, these weapons that a lot of nations have. For example, like the U.S., Russia, Iran, China, North Korea. There's a lot of nations out there with nuclear capabilities, and the Lord created the smith that bloweth the coal within the fire. So again, let's keep going. Isaiah 54 and 16, behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work, and I have created the waster to destroy. So the Lord is about to bring death and destruction to the earth. And before death and destruction happens to the earth, guess what? The prophecy in Revelations 13 and 14 is going to come to pass, which is the pushing of the CHIP, the MOTB, that mark, man, that CHIP, right? And before that, it's going to be all hell, man. It's going to be all hell breaking loose because of the famine, the water shortage, and the high prices of goods that's going to cost you an arm and leg to buy. And that's what's going to send you people on a frenzy, because you're going to see all these things happening and it's going to affect your life. See, right now, it's not affecting you people's lives on a major scale. But once it's affecting you people's lives, once it's difficult for you to feed your children, once it's difficult for you to get to work, once it's difficult for you to do all of these things that you do on a normal basis, that's when you're going to start protesting. That's when you're going to start rioting. That's when things are going to get crazy. They're going to kick in martial law. They're going to kick in curfews and all those things, man. Hey, all hell's going to break loose on this earth. So again, Isaiah 54 and 16, behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth the instrument for his work, and I have created the waster to destroy. So let's grab this real quick. This is Deuteronomy 32, and I want to say that's 40. What is it? 41, right? Deuteronomy 32 and 41. Let me start at 40. It says, for I lift up my hand to heaven and say, I live forever. If I whet my glittering sword and my hand take hold on judgment, I will render vengeance to my enemy, and I will recompense them that hate me. So let me grab this real quick. This is Psalms, the 12th chapter. Psalms 12. Why is it that color? That's weird. What is it? Psalms 12 and... Oh, this isn't it. This isn't it. Salakia, bear with me for a second. Salakia. So this is the book of Psalms 7 and 12. If he turn not, he will whet his sword. He have bent his bow and made it ready. He have also prepared for him the instruments of death. He ordaineth his arrows against the prosecutors. Wait. We got to bring that back one more time. Psalm 7 and 12. If he turn not, he will whet his sword. He have bent his bow and made it ready. He have also prepared for him the instruments of death. And who's preparing those instruments of death? The modern day, what they would call back in the ancient world, the modern day blacksmith. The smith that bloweth the coal in the fire. Right? What is he doing? He's preparing the instruments of death, because the Lord is about to bring death and destruction to this world, man. Death and destruction is coming to America, man. Death and destruction is all over the world, man. Because you people, you are glad to do evil, man. You want to do evil. Right? You want to do evil. You go to these concerts that worship the behemoth, that worship all type of images, graven images, all this idolatry. The Lord is about to bring great judgment to the earth, man. These missiles aren't just lingering around for nothing, man. These movies that they're making about thermonuclear war isn't for nothing. This is a warning. The Lord's sending you a warning by way of the prophets. He's sending you a warning by way of TV shows, by way of movies, by way of anime. He's sending you all sorts of warnings about the destruction that he's about to bring to the earth. The Lord is preparing his sword. He's sharpening his sword to make a sword slaughter. And that sword is about to come down heavily upon the earth. And like I said, we're going to go into that Matthew 24, but bear with me for a second. Let me finish off that Ezekiel 21, 8 and 9. So it says, Son of man, prophesy and say, Thus saith the Lord, say a sword. Salakia. Verse 8. Again, the word of Yahweh came unto me, saying, Son of man, prophesy and say, Thus saith Yahweh, say a sword is sharpened, and also furbished. It is sharpened to make a sword slaughter. It is furbished that it may glitter. Shall we then make mirth? It containeth the rod of my son, as every tree, and he hath given it to be furbished, that it may be handled. This sword is sharpened, and it is furbished to give it into the hand of the slayer. And this is what's about to happen. The Lord is about to send the slayer. It's not going to be peace here on earth. There's going to be hell on earth. It's already hell on earth. There's already hell on earth as of right now, on a small level, but it's going to come a lot heavier than what it is now. It's going to be done a lot heavier when you sitting there and your kids are skinnier than a damn twig off of a tree. When your ass is skinnier than a damn branch on a tree. How you going to feel about that? You're not going to really be feeling about, the only thing you're going to feel is hunger. And by way of hunger, you're going to want to eat your damn kids. You're going to want to eat whatever's on a damn bush. You're going to want to taste the rocks. You're going to eat whatever in the trash. You people do not know how bad it's going to get out here. You don't understand what your mind is going to do when your ass is not going to be able to eat. The Lord said he will cause a drought upon the land. The Lord said that he will cause a famine upon the land. These things are going to come. A lot of you walk around as if you're civilized, not knowing that deep inside you a damn beast. And before you know it, your ass gonna be you're gonna be dumpster diving for damn old burgers and hot dogs. A lot of you gonna be chasing cats and dogs. You're gonna be trying to chase the bugs on the ground to try to eat them. That's what it's gonna result to pretty soon. The scriptures talk about great tribulation. Great tribulation. Let's get that, man. Let's get that. That's Matthew 24, and I believe that's 22, right? 21. For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be. Great tribulation is coming to the earth. When you go into the book of Timothy, the scriptures talk about, what is that? I want to say that's 1st or 2nd Timothy. Let's get it. I think that's I don't know if it's 1st or 2nd Timothy's. I forget. It's 2nd Timothy's. Salakia. It's 2nd Timothy's 3. 2nd Timothy's 3 and 1. Thus known, it says, this known also, that in the last days perilous times shall come. Why is the scriptures talking about perilous times? Why is the scriptures are talking about tribulation? Why is the scriptures talking about these things? The scriptures are talking about these things because these things are going to come upon the earth. What do perilous mean? Perilous means dangerous and troubled times. You women, you're not going to be safe walking the streets, right? A lot of your children, right? Even a lot of you men out here, you so-called men, a lot of you so-called men, you won't be able to walk the streets in the times to come. These devils are about to set up something very malice, right? But ultimately, it's through the spirit and the power of Yahweh Shema Shai. People are going to suffer, man. They're going to crash this economy. You people aren't going to be able to use the damn dollar bill. You're not going to be able to access your funds by way of bank, going to the bank and trying to get your funds out the bank. You're not going to be able to spend your credit cards. You're not going to be able to spend your debit cards because they're going to do a great reset. When they bring in this reset, it's going to cause a lot of suffering. It's going to cause a lot of death. A lot of things are going to take place, man. This is what's coming to the earth. It's perilous time and great tribulation. The Lord is sharpening the sword to bring that sword down upon the necks of his enemies, man. And that's the majority of you people here on the earth are the enemies of the Lord, man. So again, let's go back into this because we was gonna go into Matthew 24, right? So this is Matthew 24. I'm gonna end it from here and say Barak Yahweh, Barak Yahweh Shah, Barak Yahweh, Barak Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakak Wadash, double unto the apostles and elders of GMS, and salutations to you brothers out there that's doing this work in truth and sincerity. I like to say Shalom.